Okay, if Quasimodo was a cyborg, do you think that they would give him like the cool cyborg eye and maybe like...
Yeah, they gotta give him one cyborg eye because they would one weird eye in the...
That's true. They would keep the hunchback, though. They would just give him a robo hunchback.
That's where his batteries are.
I was going to say, that's where all his power comes from. It would be his weakness.
A shit thing if they upgrade you and leave you with the hunchback? Like, what kind of move was this?
We have brought you back to life, but... we had to keep the hunchback. You what? Why? Why? God!
That was kind of the thing I wanted off
the most. The thing
everything else I kind of could have lived with.
Yes, but we had to put the batteries in the hunch.
Batteries for what? The rest was... what else did you cut off?
They would give him like a cannon arm. He's mostly operating from the hunch. They put his brain in the hunch. Everything else is like a cyborg. Which Yu-Gi-Oh character do I come off as?
Bakura.
Blimey. I can't believe you'd say that about me. What's the world coming
to?
You have
this nice, meek, soft exterior hiding an ancient evil. But you're very polite and nice on the outside.
The worst part about this is that when they asked me, did he ever call me a Yu-Gi-Oh character, the first character out of their mouth was like, he called you Bakura, right? You're Bakura? I was like, I always thought of myself as more of a...
such a Bakura, dude.
I thought I was more of a Pegasus myself.
I do have a shed now, actually.
Yeah, you do. You bought a shed. I saw that. Yep. What's up with that?
I'm put my stuff in it.
What stuff?
Like stuff I don't need very often, like Christmas decorations.
Where have you got that stuff currently? You don't have an attic or
Christmas
anything?
decorations, they are currently still up.
Yeah, well, this is not very interesting conversation. Let's talk about something else. You got a shed? Damn, boy, I didn't know you had a shed.
I'm moving up in the world, Cletus. I own a shed.
What you gonna put in that, boy? Hey, my man about to put his Christmas lights in his shed.
Like, I didn't know how weird it got. I just thought weird was like butts.
Yeah. That's about as weird as it gets for a 30-year-old boy.
Is like, step 0.5. That's not even step 1.
Isn't it, though?
Like, that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Having had butt sex once or twice, whether with a man or a woman, depending on what you are, doesn't actually matter. Yeah, having done that at least a few times by the time you're 30, yeah, that's pretty normal.
Yeah, it's whatever.
That's
it's
pretty
honestly
normal.
still illegal in Mississippi.
You don't even have to have a very exciting
just admitted crime.
You just have done that.
You just admitted to a crime.
I said statistically most people.
You said it wasn't that bad.
Also, I have never once admitted to any kind of criminal act on this show.
Whatsoever, never.
And there is no way to confirm that.
Yeah, can I get a hit of that? Family Feud will begin after the following advertisement. Okay, it's a 30-second advertisement.
And turn into a higher-paying career. For employees looking for security today, we offer good pay, health care on day one, and the flexibility to spend time with your family while making a living.
Okay. Military, maybe?
Opportunity tomorrow. Free technical training moves employees into higher-paying jobs in fields like robotics and software engineering.
They actually train you in software development. It has tripled my
not the
income.
National Guard.
At Amazon, today is
it's
just...
Amazon! Oh my God, such horse Amazon, you are full of it. And I had to explain to my parents who Chris Chan is.
Oh, did that take any less than 12 hours?
It was very hard to get the idea across. It was hard to get the idea across. I showed them one picture. I showed them I'm working on it. I showed them that video.
You have to listen to it. Like, you have to go down the rabbit hole, I feel like, for several hours before the real picture starts to come together.
I just described it as he's the most cataloged man in the world.
The most documented man in the world.
Yes.
Or the most documented person in the world, I suppose.
Easily. And I was like, okay, he's just this.
Yeah.
And I tried to explain that concept to them, and then I showed them that video. And my mother was like, "Oh, he's like the boy down the street." And I was like, "The boy down the street?" She was like,
that, yep, he's a mongoloid.
Mongoloid.
I was like, no, you cannot say that. But she sincerely was like, it's so sad. Like, she was so sad about
That
Chris
reminds
Chan
me,
being a mongoloid.
So it's
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, half bath.
yeah. So technically speaking, in housing or terms or whatever, that's a half bath.
It sounds
It's a sink, a toilet, and that's it.
Does that sound vaguely racist to anybody else?
Half bath.
Get the half baths out of here.
Bathists.
I come into this establishment every goddamn day. I eat my lunch here every single day at 1 p.m. and I swear to God, if I come in here one more time and there's a group of half baths, they're dirty fucking people. They're disgusting. I'm tired of seeing them. They don't do anything. They're obviously never at work. I don't even know what they're doing here. They're just hanging out. Half bath culture is one in decline.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Half bath.
Well, I mean, if you can call it a culture,
Yep.
it's barely a culture.
I'll tell you this right now. A shower is not involved in that culture.
You're damn right. You are fucking damn right.
That's a fact.
Damn right.
Yep. Irrefutable fact.
Well, we can't make it illegal to be half bath, so we've got to go after what they love.
No, it's inferior to a full bath, but
Yeah.
for utilitarian purposes, it's okay to have a half bath around just to get some work done.
And now,
I hate throwing up. Oh,
Really?
It's the worst.
Kira used to hate it too.
She loves it now?
Yeah, she's really into it.
What's that called? Well, there's a fetish for that. Isn't
A metaphilia.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect
Don't
you
ask
to-
me how I know that.
You know what? I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm just
don't
going to go ahead and not.
Yep.
That sounds like a good idea. I'm reminded of that Brazilian fart porn story you told me years and years ago.
Anyways, that's a metaphilia. And they answered your question. Have you ever heard of a CEO going to a mental facility?
I mean, not that shit rarely reaches the publications.
You know what?
unless they-
Actually, that might happen a lot now that I think about
yeah,
it.
it probably happens more often than we.
Yeah, and just
hear
people
about.
never hear about
unless
it.
it's like super outrageous or
Yeah.
they get caught.
Yeah,
So
they
to
get
speak,
caught.
You know, it's like you can't keep kidnapping all the neighbors' dogs and eating them on the grill. You weird rich.
while doing cocaine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
and
that-
raping a small child.
Mm-hmm.
Rich
While,
people stuff,
While spreading, blood across the sacred texts of every major world religion. Yeah,
Snapping
like,
bones into a cauldron and mixing them.
all while live streaming it on Facebook.
Riding your broom into the sky and cackling with your...
Yeah, revealing that magic is actually real to poor people.
Just rich people things.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The value behind the thought of studying the different types and like races and like variations of humanity is really just like, for genetics and diseases and the like, trying to figure out what we have different resiliences and weaknesses to
Nowadays,
and the
yes.
like.
At the
little
time,
shit.
probably not. It was probably like, if we go to
No.
India, are they actually people? At some point, that had to be science. At some point, that was science. The king was like, go to India, find out if they're actually people or not.
Yeah.
And then sometimes he came back and he was like, they are totally not people.
Yeah.
Let me tell
Yeah.
you.
This is
Came back
how
with a-
racism works.
Yeah, and
correct.
he came back with a book, and he was like, let me tell you all the shit they get up to in India. And then the king was like, oh, God, get it out. Go kill them. Jesus. Put them out of their misery. The guy came back with his little book, and he said they don't go to church on Sundays. And the king just projectile vomited across the room.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little man comes up with a tray, and he pukes all over the tray.
Yeah.
A little bit drips on the guy underneath it.
He
Gets
has
all
a
upset.
special hat with a wide brim to catch the drippings.
Yeah.
And he has to stand very upright to make sure the drippings don't fall on the flying carpet.
He's like very postured. He looks like a butler, and then he like scoots away, but the plate now weighs like 1,000,000 tons, so he's just
So he's
moving
having a really hard time.
going really slow.
It's like, these people are barbaric.
Yeah.
The way they treat people, my God.
He opens a flap on the back of his pants. And he just shits all over another guy with another plate. The guy with the little book is like kneeling and like just like bowing and like crossing himself. He's like, yes, my lord, yes.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes, that hurts.
Yeah.
I recited something I had heard through martial arts at a Japanese restaurant to a Japanese woman in Memphis once.
Hell yeah.
And
Did that
she
go
just-
well?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, it is one of those embarrassing memories that creep back up on you.
The
like
middle
when
school
you-
locker memories.
Yeah,
That's what I call those.
It's one of those because she just looked at me just blank.
Oh,
And now it's just
God.
I was just like, okay.
What did you say? Do you remember what you said? Is it too much? Can you not recite it now for the public? Come on, man. Own your mistake. It'll be a funny bit for the rest of the environment, for the rest of the world to have. What did you say?
I think it was something to the effect of like, Shiken harimitsu daikomyo, something.
What does it mean?
I don't remember.
You don't even remember what it means?
I knew at the time. It's something to do with like starting or ending a class. I'm sure I was butchering it then.
Mm-hmm.
2, I'm sure I've butchered it slightly worse now. 3, I'm sure that my very Mississippian teacher was probably butchering it.
So,
And 4, I don't know if I've got any of the actual words right or anything like that. So then I just, all of that went through my brain all at once after I said it, and I realized how many factors went into the fact that I just said to her.
and she said, "Oh, very good." And then she shook your hand and like crowned you king of Japan.
Yeah, that's what happened.
What? So
You're the emperor.
It didn't have
now.
any.
I suck at your penis.
Hira rifakata.
Free sushi and penis sucking for you all day. Yeah, no, that's exactly how it went down.
You were like, "I'm going to wage war on the half baths."